Good morning. Today is day 9 on the Appalachian Trail. I'm packing up my stuff. Gonna be leaving Boots Off Hostel pretty soon. As much pain as I have at the end of every day, early in the morning on the next day, I feel better. I added a new pain to the repertoire. My left shoulder is hurting, but that's what the Motrin is for. I am either going to walk 9 miles or 16 miles. 9.5 or 16. The next bit of terrain is supposed to be a lot kinder than the last bit of terrain has been. So there's a shelter in 9 miles and then there's a shelter in 16. So we'll see how the body feels. Yeah. Next stop is Damascus, Virginia, and it's 42 miles to Damascus. So I'll see you in a couple minutes. Right, okay, after a couple of false starts, I'm leaving Boots Off Hostel. It's like 8:30 in the morning, and I'm either gonna go about 10 miles or 16 miles. Depends on how all the pains in my body feel. Yeah. I am packing out a sub for lunch and dinner again. And it is like 3.5 days to Damascus. Let's go hiking. The first little bit is going to be a road walk because the lake is high and the trail is mushy, so there's a blue blaze around it that the hostel owners recommend so you don't get stuck in all the mud. There's the blue blaze. Today's biggest goal is to stay on my feet because it's day 9, and last year on day 9 is when I fell on my face and broke it. I didn't break my face, but I bit my lip really bad. There's still a little scar there. And it looked like somebody clocked me right in the chin. My glasses broke. It was a silly day. Watauga Lake. It's pretty. And that's the trail down there. Doesn't look too soggy, but it's okay. Here's where we get back on it. Okay, there's the AT. Back on the white blazes. So Boots Off Hostel is pretty cool. You can rent kayaks from them, and you can aqua blaze the trail, which is kayak up this Watauga Lake further north. And if you're not a purist, meaning if you don't mind not putting every foot on the AT, then, excuse me, that's it's considered legitimate by the ATC, and you can do that instead of walking this part of the trail, and it still counts towards your through hike. I'm not sure what this flower is, but they smell delightful. Might be honeysuckle. There's a couple of families on the trail this year. I haven't met them. There's one mom with a 13-year-old on the trail. Well, I don't know if she's still on the trail with her 13-year-old. And then there's another couple with 3 small kids, like 8, 6, and 3. And I would just like to make a public service announcement. Hiking 2,200 miles with children is not child abuse. Every year, people hike on the trail with their families, and every year, people will say you're abusing your children because it's too far, it's too hard, they're not having fun. That is not child abuse. That is instilling perseverance and stamina. Child abuse is burning your kids with cigarettes, or pouring boiling water on them, or molesting them, or shaking them till they're brain damaged, or breaking their bones. That is child abuse. This is not child abuse just because they cry and they don't want to walk and they're not having fun. If that were the case, it would be child abuse to send them to school or homeschool them. People need to sit down. People need to calm down and not cry foul just because a kid is on the trail and not having the best time of their lives. The trail is hard. It's not abuse. I miss the days when people could just mind their own business. Hearing other people say, I was at a shelter a few nights ago, and these guys were saying how because the 13-year-old wasn't having the greatest time of his life, it was child abuse. If his mom would have left him at home, then they would have accused her of being a bad mother then and abandoning her child. If you don't have kids or you're not in charge of them yourselves, mind your own business. And by all means, if you see somebody beating a kid up, turn them in, because that's child abuse. It reminds me of when I took my boys to the beach when they were little, and I took the younger one, who was like 2 or 3 at the time, into the beach shower because he was covered in sand from head to toe. And he screamed bloody murder in the shower because he hated showers. And when I opened the shower stall door, there was some crazy woman standing right there, and she screamed in my face that I better stop abusing my child or she was gonna get a policeman. And then she turned around and fled. It was like it was assault. It was assault. It was a verbal assault. I felt like I got punched in the stomach. And then I felt bad, literally felt bad for the rest of the day. And I hadn't done anything wrong. Whoa. Didn't I say I'm not gonna fall today? All right, that's all, I'm done. That was long enough. We will now return to our regularly scheduled peaceful hike. Thanks for listening. Just had to get that off my chest. That's cool. Watauga Lake is actually a dam. It's a nice view. I didn't know that there was a second dam to walk over on the AT. Thought it was just Fontana Dam. I think this is called, well, that's the Watauga Lake. And the road is Wilbur Dam Road, so it must be Wilbur Dam. I don't know. Gary, how are you? I haven't seen you in a whole year. Is this all the further you've gotten on the trail? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, you look good. You're looking good. They have a visitor center. That's cool. But I'm getting back on the trail in the woods. Oh, good. Great steps. Those are pretty. Well, something tells me. Yep, this tree is coming down right on the trail. But that is painfully steep. There's more trail up there. They've rerouted this, made switchbacks, so I don't know. Do I go through that or do I go up that? Well, I made it up. It's a switchback. That must be brand new. All right, onward. Hi, little guy. You're very cute. I don't know what you are. Can you show me your eyes? Very cute. Ooh. Rain today, but so far it's holding out. I think that's still the lake down there. And if so, it's a pretty big lake. Green tunnel at its finest. Rhododendrons. I am less than half a mile from the Van Deventer shelter, where I am definitely gonna take a lunch break. I'm hungry. Well, this is the Van Deventer shelter, and somebody left their stuff here. What the heck stuff is this? They're probably Maybe they're around here somewhere. So this is still Tennessee. Tennessee shelters do not have privies. I wonder what that is. It's pretty. Turkey Pen Gap. It's all overgrown. I wonder if there used to be campsites here. Maybe there's turkeys. The fiddle ferns are opening. I think that's what they're called, fiddle ferns. They're pretty. That's a nice view. Those cute little plants are called May apples. At the lower elevations, they have little flowers that hang underneath them. They're very cute. Well, I made it to the Iron Mountain shelter. Remember how I said I was gonna back off my miles? I ended up walking 17.4 miles. My knee was feeling really, really great, and then it hurt pretty significantly for like an hour. And I took some more Motrin, and then it got better again. I do think the brace is helping, and tomorrow my plan is to go to some gap that's like 11 miles away, and then the day after that will be like another 11 or 12 mile day, and then Thursday, what's today, Monday? Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it'll just be like a really quick couple of miles into Damascus. Unless I might be able to get there by Wednesday. So we'll see. Overall, it was good. It was real good. There's like bears on the trail now. Allegedly coming up. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I walked, well, 17.4 miles, but it was like 16.8 AT miles. Something like that. See you tomorrow.